A car collides with a train. What we know about a serious crash in East St. Louis.
St. Charles County is calling them flight risks. The hearing today for 3 men charged in a human trafficking case in Defiance.
An oversight board now short on members. Why 2 people of the City Justice Center's oversight board resigned.
Dry today, but showers return tomorrow. We'll track how much rain's on the way and when the worst of the weather moves through.
Expanding access to books and teachers. How the community is coming together to increase literacy among St. Louis kids.
I feel like music is it's simply the soundtrack of like the interwoven stories of like all the, of the relationships in the community of the season.
A turkey egg, some mistletoe.
Putting her own spin on Christmas classics, how a local singer is uplifting her voice.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Hopefully you're wide awake because it's Friday and you should be excited, folks. The weekend is here. A live look right now at Tower Grove Park. I believe there's a holiday market taking place there this weekend, so a good reason to get up and get about. But if you're going out tomorrow, you might. That guy's jogging. That guy's up
well,
early.
good for you.
What a go-getter. You might want to take an umbrella tomorrow, though, if you're going there. Anthony's going to tell you about that in just a second. Right now, I'm just going to tell you that it's Friday morning. Good morning to you, December the 15th. I'm Rennie Knott.
I'm Michelle Lee. So great to see you this morning. I was
Dancing?
getting into it, and then I was like, oh, wait, I should have a job to do. So great to see you. It is Friday. Great to see Gary. Great to see Anthony.
Great to see you. You can still have fun while you do your job, know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, bring it on. It's
There
Friday.
you go.
That's the
There
Friday
you go.
shuffle.
There you go.
All right.
She's going clubbing later, I guess. I don't know what's happening.
To the book club.
All right. Well, this is going to be a nice day. So whether you're headed out now or later, grab the shades. We'll have some sunshine around as the clouds increase. But the rain, that hits tomorrow. So make your plans accordingly. I don't think this is going to be a rain that should cancel your plans, especially tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. The rain will clear away by then. But it's tomorrow morning when, you get up to the farmer's market, things like that, where you may be a little wet tomorrow. So we're 45 degrees this morning at Lambert. Lots of 30s on the map this morning. 30 in Perryville, same in Flora, 39 in Chesterfield, and same in Alton. So numbers, you typically climb a good 20 degrees in a given day, and I think today will be no exception. Numbers up near 60 later on. The clouds increase, but the rain should hold off until late tonight. I'd say after midnight, and then it's a rainy Saturday for sure. We'll talk about the weekend coming up. Let's get over to Gary Frank. He's in for Paul Cook on this Friday morning. I think Paul's back next week, but it's been nice to have you this week, Gary.
Yeah, always good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, but, makes it a little waking up that early a little more fun here as we start off this morning. And it's quiet. If you're up this early joining us, we really have no traffic issues. Obviously, the weather, as you mentioned, not as cold to start off the morning, so you don't have to warm up your car too quickly as opposed to those mid-20s we had just the other day. Now, for the most part, even in the Metro East, 270 north, doesn't matter what side you're looking at, even 55 at this point, it's quiet. It's dry on the roads. We have no issues so far. Typically, we see that on Friday, as you would expect, but we'll see if that plays into the next hour or two, and we'll keep you posted here coming up.
New overnight, a young person wounded in a shooting in North City. It happened around midnight on Thekla Avenue. Right now, we do not know the extent of the injuries. However, we do know that the victim is a juvenile who was shot multiple times. This morning, we're working to learn more about a car that struck a train overnight in East St. Louis. It happened around 2 o'clock this morning at Mississippi and Cook. When our crew pulled up to the scene, an ambulance was pulling away. A tow truck was also on the scene. No word on any injuries at this point.
Well, just hours from now, all 3 suspects in the human trafficking case out of Defiance are scheduled to be in court. It is a case that really has captured the small St. Charles County town for 2 weeks.
Now, 5 on your side first brought to this story in late November. Our Diamond Palmer joins us now live at St. Charles, where the hearing will be taking place. Good morning, Diamond.
Good morning, Rennie and Michelle. That's right. I am live here at the 11th Judicial Circuit Court here in St. Charles, where that hearing will take place later this morning. And all of the suspects will have their day in court for a second time to see if their bond can be reduced. They are just being held right now because their bond cannot be reduced because there is a risk for flight risk as well as their status for wealth, according to that probable cause statement. Now, their attorneys have filed motions for them to be granted bond with the main suspect, Venkatish Sal, Sataru, saying he should be released until trial because he has 2 young children and health issues. The men are accused of keeping a 20-year-old man from India captive for months, according to that probable cause statement. The victim is a cousin and came to the U.S. to attend college, but endured starvation, sleep deprivation, was forced to work for Sataru's IT company, as well as do many chores, and was beaten almost daily. St. Charles prosecuting attorney said he had broken bones from head to toe.
Sataru would actually sometimes call the other 2 defendants in this case and have him beat him over a live feed to him so that he could watch it. And if he didn't hear the guy, our victim, in screaming in enough pain, he would have him beat him harder.
The 3 suspects face various felony charges, including trafficking for the purpose of slavery, kidnapping, armed criminal action, and abuse through forced labor, among several other felony charges. Now, this bond hearing will take place this morning at 11 a.m. here at the 11th Judicial Circuit Court. But coming up at 6:30, we will hear how the victim alerted a stranger and how that led to his escape. Reporting live here in St. Charles, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
Thank you, Diamond. This morning, there is growing concern among St. Louisans as more comes to light concerning an officer-involved crash. Now, surveillance cameras at a nearby business recorded the crash on Tuesday night. You could see a St. Louis police cruiser and a white Nissan both blew through stop signs on Sarah Street and then collided, flipping the cruiser onto its roof. The officer's squad lights were not turned on top of the car at the time. No one was seriously hurt.
Well, right now, the St. Louis City Justice Center's Oversight Board is down 2 members, both including the board's vice chair, resigned, criticizing facility leadership. The board is tasked with monitoring abuse at the jail. The facility has come under fire over the past few years after multiple violent incidents and even 10 inmate deaths. Former Vice Chair Janice Mensah wrote in a resignation letter, quote, Warden Jennifer Clemens Abdullah should be fired. The City Justice Center should be closed. Mayor Tashara Jones should be ashamed. I resign. Mayor Jones responded soon after.
I absolutely have confidence in Jennifer Clemens Abdullah still leading our City Justice Center, or the CJC. She has overseen upgrades of several $million to make sure that the doors and the locks work. It's not a jail if the doors don't lock. And is overseeing new programming coming into the jail, as well as new health care. There are a whole host of issues that need to be addressed with our facility, and I absolutely have the confidence that Jennifer Clemens Abdullah can lead the CJC through those changes.
Well, during an interview last month with 5 on Your Side, Jennifer Clemens Abdullah, the commissioner, defended her work and said many of these problems started well before she took over that position.
All right, just about 6:10 here on your Friday, and we are expecting dry weather today in St. Louis, but there are some showers in the forecast tomorrow. An area of low pressure coming our way out of Kansas is going to bring those showers somewhere after midnight tonight. And then when you wake up tomorrow, this is 6 o'clock in the morning, you can see the showers are widespread. Most of us will be seeing showers as that area of low pressure moves over us. As we go into the afternoon and evening, the showers should start to taper off around then, but the gray skies will linger, and there may even be some mist and drizzle left behind tomorrow evening. Temperatures coming on down after 60 today. We'll be near 50 both Saturday and Sunday. We'll talk about next week as we welcome in winter, the official start of it. We'll see you guys in just a little bit.
Thanks so much. All right, this morning, St. Louis groups are coming together to open up a brand new library geared for young readers. And Sydney Stallworth is joining us live near Midtown with how it could help with literacy issues in our area. Sydney?
Well, Michelle, organizers say this library is all about introducing kids to reading, increasing their vocabularies and their confidence as they go into kindergarten and need to meet those very important learning benchmarks. Now, Guardian Angel and the Belize Project teamed up for this opening. They're going to cut the ribbon in just a couple hours this morning, but we got a sneak peek inside. Go ahead and take a look. This is the Believe Project One Literacy Lab for preschool. This is the first area library designed specifically for early early childhood education by the Please Project, catering to kids 5 years old and under. Now, St. Louis Black authors of children's literature also assisted with this library and helped curate its creation. Now, the library has tablets for the kids to use, 1,000 books as well, and more than 80% of those books are written by Black and Latinx authors. It's all about getting kids excited about reading and drawing them in with stories that reflect their experiences. Organizers tell us students in area schools have struggled to meet reading benchmarks for years, a problem made worse with the pandemic and virtual learning.
This isn't something that has just happened. From 2014 to 2019, 75% of all Black third graders in metropolitan St. Louis failed in reading. So that's devastating, and that's pre-pandemic. In 2022, after the pandemic, 86% of Black third graders in metropolitan St. Louis, we're talking about all school districts, failed in reading.
A very serious concern there at this point. Now, this ribbon cutting is going to happen at 9:30 this morning, and it won't be the last here at Guardian Angels Child Development Center. In our next half hour, I'll tell you more about the big plans to improve access to health care for our local kids. That's coming up at 6:30. But for now, reporting near Midtown, I'm Sydney Stallworth, 5 on your side.
Thank you, Sydney. This can be the most expensive time of the year for many of us. How you can get some help paying your utility bills.
St. Louis Public Schools vote to cancel a savings program. What that means for current students.
Tracing his success back to his hometown and to his mother. The honor Grammy-nominated music producer Metro Boomin received from St. Louis City.